Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 12 in college football. We're talking with Tony George from TonyGeorgeSports.com, LockerRoomPicks.com, and of course his regular Yahoo Sports radio show every Saturday and Sunday covering NFL and college football. And this week, Tony just asked me to assign him a game. So, bad for him. I assigned him a tough one. Northwestern, Notre Dame. Tony George, thanks for being back with us.
Hell yeah. I'll take on all comers. No big deal.
Yeah, thanks for taking this one. You sent me the email. You said, just assign me a game. I was like, all right, I want to take Northwestern, Notre Dame, but I know that's a tough one. But I really appreciate you covering it. And, your record speaks for itself in our videos. Still 7-4 against the spread in college football. You got a great read on college football in general. So before we hear what you have to say about Northwestern, Notre Dame, tell us a little bit about how things are going for you at Tony George Sports and LockerRoomPicks.com this year.
Well, yeah, we hit the skids a couple weeks ago. I told you last week when I took Kansas State. It's the only loss I had all weekend. We went 8-0 with our NFL and our college plays, 4-0 each day. Had a great weekend. Couple free plays hit, but the K-State, they didn't get it done last week. TCU just more than they could handle. Vaulted them in. They looked so good, they vaulted them in the top four. But nonetheless, Tony George Sports, go over there and get my wares. I got everything discounted. My NBA's discounted. And, of course, we guarantee our plays. Locker Room Picks is all free content. And, of course, the radio show is on Yahoo Sports Radio every Saturday and Sunday morning, 11 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern. And on Sundays, Sirius Radio picked us up. So now we're on Sirius Channel 92 on Sunday mornings there for the NFL show. So be sure to tune in.
Sounds great, Tony George. Well, you agreed to take Northwestern Notre Dame again. This is a game that I assigned you, so thanks so much for taking it. Right now, Notre Dame's a 17.5 or 18-point home favorite. That's been bet up a bit from the opener of 16.5, and the total is right now 50.5. That's been bet up as well from opener about 48.5 or 49. And, this is tough because Notre Dame got blasted by Arizona State last game. That's their second loss of the year. So is this kind of a letdown spot for Notre Dame? I don't know, maybe. But then again, Northwestern is just so weak, right? They got blasted by Nebraska. They got blasted by Iowa. They lost by 21 to Nebraska, by 41 to Iowa. So Northwestern is just a weak team that can easily get blown out, especially by a team like Notre Dame on the road. But then again, maybe Northwestern gets up for this one. Maybe this is, their bowl game. And Notre Dame really hasn't really been reliably beating weaker teams by quite this much, so it's a tough spread. Maybe you want to take a shot with the over at 50.5, but then again, do you trust Northwestern's offense to do their share here? I'm not exactly sure. Tony George, thanks for taking this game. What's your analysis?
Well, obviously Notre Dame disappointed off last week's, you could beat last week's effort against Arizona State, which was shocking. I went out to do something in the yard for 20 minutes and came in and it's 31-3 before I thought it was a typo on TV. Had to rewind the DVR to see what happened, for 10 minutes. But nonetheless, I think Brian Kelly have him ready to play football here, and I have him ready to bounce back. 5 turnovers. I don't care where you're playing. You can be playing at Duke or Virginia Tech or Tallahassee JUCO. If you turn the ball over 5 times in a game, you're going to get beat. And they made a nice run at a comeback in the second half. I thought they, had faced adversity very well. Now, Northwestern has not. Northwestern has averaged running the ball 71 yards per game their last 3 games. You can't do anything, especially in the Big Ten, if you can't run the football. And they can't stop the run, and their defense gives up a lot of big plays. And I think, you're going to have Northwestern here at home with their ears pinned back. I would lay the 17 lightly here, maybe 18. You want to get them early in the week. 17 is kind of the key number. But I could easily see 31, 38 points by Notre Dame, maybe 7, possibly 10 by Northwestern. The weather's supposed to be a little crappy, so if anything, I think Notre Dame will get their feet back under him, Peter, and just play some very close to the vest type football here and get a good game under their belt, which leans to me towards the under 50. Actually, I don't know what Northwestern's going to do here. Obviously, their defense gave up a lot of points last week because the other team got the ball on a short field. But I think Northwestern is vastly better, not vastly the team that they were hyped up to be at the beginning of the season. A lot of people talked about Northwestern winning this division. Beating Nebraska, beating Iowa is going to be good. Minnesota is going to be okay. Wisconsin, everybody they played that was any good just beat the living hell out of them. And I'm fairly sure that Notre Dame's not going to be running back to South Bend with their tail between their legs. They're going to have their ears pinned back, and they'll play a good football game this Saturday. I'd lay the points with them.
Yeah, you do get the sense that if Notre Dame can manage to get up for this game psychologically, that Northwestern's very vulnerable. I mean, any team that gets blown out, 48-7 at Iowa is a team that you might not want to bet on, even getting 17.5 at Notre Dame. So Tony George, his lean on this one. Thanks for taking it, Tony. Again, I asked him to take it, and it's minus 17.5 is the currently widely available line. Thanks so much, Tony.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.